For the past 6 months, I've been training for the hardest physical challenge I've ever done. I trained in the dark, ran long miles, and even practiced eating. The journey did not go as planned. This is my story of running the Scar. Hi, Gator here, and right now I'm headed towards the Smokies. I'm so excited. I'm getting ready to do the Smokies Challenge Adventure Run, also known as the Scar. So, what the Scar is it's a hiking / running challenge to cross Smoky Mountain National Park on the Appalachian Trail within 24 hours. So it's right about 72 miles and gains over 18,000 feet of elevation gain within 24 hours. So currently headed out to Robbinsville, North Carolina. I'm going to start at Fontana Dam in the morning and then head north towards Davenport Gap. So I've got Michael here. He's going to be my, as he calls it, the man in the chair. He's going to be my pit crew. The next morning we headed out towards the starting line. Alright, sorry about the low quality, don't know what's going on. Made it to Fontana Dam. Gonna head over the dam to start. Going to the starting line. It is very foggy out. Really can't even see the lake, even though it is right there. So, I'm gonna get warmed up. It is April 15th, 8:15 a.m. Almost time to start. I was very nervous, but after 6 months of training, I knew it was now or never. What I didn't realize is that I had already made a mistake. So I did prepare some caffeinated electrolytes for the morning time, but I forgot my second packet for the afternoon. That means 33 miles on one small packet of caffeine. So I thought I could make it work because I had a caffeinated gel pack, but you'll see. Alright, work. Get set. Let's go. Okay, off the road, onto the dirt. Here we go. The very first hill I had to climb was the biggest, tallest hill of the whole Scar. It climbs over 2,000 feet in 3.5 miles. Okay, 4 miles down, an hour and 20 minutes, right on planned schedule. I just finished my first climb, and I think the biggest climb of the day, thankfully. Time for a little bit of downhill. It is beautiful out, so much green. Still a lot of fog, but I have gotten a little bit of views. And it is snack time, or at least first snack time of the day. Lots of snacks today. It wasn't raining, the flowers were in bloom, everything was green, and it was just so gorgeous out. I also had fun counting all the thru hikers that went past because it is prime thru hiking season. I was trying to hold on to my sandwich while I put away my phone, and I dropped my sandwich in the dirt. And then I picked it up, was trying to brush it off, and while brushing it off, I whacked it and threw it again into the dirt. So it is so caked in mud. I don't think I could eat it. Dang it. Beautiful view. Still heading up. Sorry if the video quality's gone down some. I'll explain that in a second. So there's really only one road crossing along here, and that is oh my goodness, Newfound Gap. My brain is dead right now. Newfound Gap. But I will also cross Thingman's Dome which is like a third of a mile from the road. So Michael's going to hike up to Moon's Dome with my first resupply pack, and that's at mile 33. I'm currently at mile 31. After forgetting my caffeinated electrolytes, losing one of my sandwiches, struggling to eat my lunch, so barely ate any of it, I then lost one of my gel packs. The loss of calories and caffeine meant that I really was starting to deplete my energy stores. After keeping to my schedule plan for 9.5 hours, I just couldn't keep up the pace anymore and quickly slowed down. No, I accidentally let myself get a little too dehydrated and was getting kind of dizzy, definitely getting the shakes, from being tired and just not enough water and calories. And so I've slowly been getting farther and farther behind. Right now I'm about an hour behind, which is going to be really hard to make up later in the dark. It's always harder to go faster in the dark. But fingers crossed that when I finally get my resupply of water, electrolytes, caffeine, food, maybe I'll feel better and I'll be energized again to make it to the end. At least Newfound Gap is only like 7.5 miles past Clingman's Dome, so if I feel like it's just not going to do it, then I could bail out. But I'm not ready to bail out yet. I'm not ready to give up on trying to finish in 24 hours yet either. Oh, this video is getting long. Okay. Sorry. Back to hiking. I lost my handkerchief. I've had that handkerchief since my very first backpacking trip when I was 14, 15, something like that. So hopefully I can come out next week and it'll still be on the trail somewhere. I can pick it up. We'll see. Yeah, so I'm getting pretty discouraged. Oh yeah, since I lost my handkerchief, I can't wipe off the camera lens. I mean, I can try, but I'm trying to keep it in a bag, but it keeps getting all sweaty anyways. And so trying to wipe it off with my sweaty clothes isn't helping. Oh, I love all the moss on everything. At least it's beautiful. Okay, stay positive. Stay positive. Stay positive. I can do this. I can do this. Michael was supposed to meet me at Clingman's Dome at 6:30. I'm behind on time, but he knows that sometimes I end up slowing down and get behind on time. And he is nowhere to be found now that I'm here. I've waited around for like 15 minutes. Cannot find him. And now I'm gonna have to walk a third of a mile down to the parking lot. It's so frustrating. I'm just getting more and more behind on time. Trying not to cry. Okay, I found Michael. I guess he got worried that, I still hadn't got there. He said he had waited 2 hours. Mind you, he got there an hour earlier than he was supposed to. But he got worried, decided to run back down to the car to check. He got down there, I wasn't there. He grabbed his jacket. He said it was there 30 seconds. Came back up. He had to have headed back down right after I got there, because I waited there a good 15 minutes. It's only a third of a mile to the road, and a third mile back, so I don't know. Somehow we missed each other, but just got some caffeine, and got some water and electrolytes, had some food. I'm feeling so much better now. It's getting cold, so I put my jacket on. But that whole ordeal took another half hour was already an hour behind. I'm an hour and a half behind. Just slowly getting more and more behind, so I may have to give up on the whole finishing within 24 hours part, but oh well, I'm hoping to just feel good enough to finish. The Newfound Gap is my next crossing, 7.5 miles, so that's the next place I'll meet Michael. Okay. It'll definitely be dark by then. Not quite dark yet, it's like the sun I think just set. Yeah. So many of these cool salamanders. This one is like 4 inches long, so maybe a little longer. There's another one a lot bigger a second ago. I spent an hour at Newfound Gap and didn't continue till after midnight. So I've officially given up hope of finishing within 24 hours. I tried. I just really bonked out heading up to Klingman's Dome, and then took like over a half hour there. Couldn't, and it just killed. Like at 8, was feeling a lot better after Klingman's Dome, but I still just lost so much energy that I just haven't been able to get it back enough to get my speed back up again. I passed Newfound Gap, and then I spent like almost an hour there. I'm surprised how long I spent there. I haven't given up finishing this in one go, but I just keep getting further and further behind on time. So at this point, instead of finishing at 7:30, I'm just kind of hoping I finish by noon tomorrow, which is a little sad, but whatever. So every time I head downhill, I'm like, yeah, I can do this. I'm good. But whenever I head uphill, I'm like, this feels like the wrong decision. I think I should have stopped. I'm tired. I can't do this anymore, but I've already gone like an hour past Newfound Gap. It's like 1 a.m. There's no turning back now. No turning back. By 3 a.m., it started to rain. It's like the biggest salamander newt thing I've seen. It's like a good 6-7 inches long. Right in my shoe. My shoe. Try not to freak him out. So cool. Say hi. Good morning. It is 6:46 a.m. I am still hiking, and I am nowhere near done. It has been raining for the past few hours, and definitely foggy before then. So I knew that I had to practice eating while working out, running and stuff, but I didn't think to practice eating in the middle of the night. You can kind of see me from the light of the sky. So yeah, it was rough. I couldn't, every time I put anything into my mouth, I suddenly wanted to vomit. Like I would be hungry, put it in my mouth, I was like, oh, I can't eat this. Almost all of my water has electrolytes in it. Just putting that in my mouth, be like, oh my goodness, I'm so thirsty. Put it in my mouth, like, oh, I want to vomit. I did finally realize a few minutes ago that I have a little bit of water in plain water, and that was good. But I've got several more miles before the next water source to get more fresh water without electrolytes. So even so, I'm low on water, so gotta keep moving. I was hoping that when daylight came, I'd be able to eat again, but I was sadly mistaken. If I didn't eat, then I got very hungry and very low energy, which made it really hard to walk. If I did eat, then I got very nauseous, which made it very hard to walk. By 2 p.m., I convinced myself I was sick and couldn't remain positive any longer. Okay, and it's 3 p.m. Still haven't slept yet. I still have 3 miles left. I'm getting so incredibly discouraged, and I know the lack of sleep doesn't help. I'm kind of embarrassed. Like, how did I do so poorly? Like, a couple weeks ago, I did a 40-miler on the AT in the park. And it took me 3 hours less than the first 40 miles of this trip. And I mean, I was going faster at the beginning of this trip, and then after I bonked out, it's just like that's the end. It ended up taking me 32.5 hours to finish the whole thing, and no, I did not sleep at all during that time. When I finished, I was so incredibly tired and emotional and out of it that I completely forgot to record any videos showing that I finished.